It's Wednesday morning, well it's actually Wednesday afternoon now, and I'm heading to Thousand Oaks. I ended up not going to the cinema last night. I just figured I've 4 tickets. I'll be at the cinema 4 times this week, and I had a lot of vlogs to edit, and I got out for a run and everything, and there was also a power cut last night in the hotel, so I was halfway through uploading the vlog and power went down and lost internet connection. So I tried uploading this morning again, and then there's more problems, but anyway, went out for a run this morning again. My knee's actually starting to get a bit sore. I don't know if it's still sore from the long run I did in San Francisco, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to try that run up Runyon Canyon that I did last time. I wanted to give that another go, but if I can't handle a 20-minute run in the flat, I'm not going to be able to do that. So, Thousand Oaks and Starbucks. Not that I have to go all the way to Thousand Oaks to get to Starbucks. I want to just have a look around there, because I haven't been. That's where I got the GPS last time I was here, but I didn't have time to have a good look around. And yeah, Spiderman this evening. I'm not doing any more driving montages. I'm on my way to Thousand Oaks, and here I am in Thousand Oaks. First stop's at Starbucks. I haven't actually had breakfast today. That massive Denny's breakfast I got yesterday. I just haven't been hungry since. So I'll get something to eat here and then have a wander around. Well, that didn't work. The connection to Starbucks was just incredibly slow as well. So it was going to take hours to upload. And as much as I like Starbucks coffee, in fact I don't really like Starbucks coffee, I'm not going to sit in there for hours wasting my time uploading vlogs. So. But actually, just as I closed my laptop and came out here, it started raining. There you go. I think this is the first time I've ever been here in July and seen rain. But it's still warm, and I don't think it's going to last long. But I'm not going to walk about outside in the rain, so I think I'll head over to the Oaks Mall. Been here a week and a half, and I've finally found a bank that will give me money without charging a fee. California United Bank, and this is the only one I've ever seen actually in Thousand Oaks, so I don't know if I'll be able to find one anywhere else in LA. But yeah, I don't want to think about how much money I spent on just withdrawing cash over here, because I used to come over here with the Nationwide Bank card, and it was free cash withdrawals for international currency and all that. So that all changed, and now they charge like £1 plus a percentage, like £1 for the transaction plus a percentage of the transaction as the exchange rate. Now all the banks over here, some of them are charging $5 just to withdraw cash. Most of them are about $3. I found one at $2.50, and now finally I found one that's free. So I'm taking out as much cash as I can, and hopefully that'll do me now for the rest of the week. Well, it seems Thousand Oaks is very residential, but there's one big shopping mall and a load of little strip malls, and then big stores like Sears and Best Buy and that. But it's really quiet. I mean, this is really empty for 4:30 on I mean, it's a weekday, I suppose, but still, it just seems really empty. Maybe it'll be a lot more people inside, but yeah, there's not many people around. That's a wee bit sad. It's worse than the zoo. There's 2 or 3 puppies in some of those boxes, and basically just nothing to do all day but sit in there. I've seen some funny shops here, but this it's like a car dealership, Fiat car dealership on the 2nd floor of the shopping mall. I actually left it a wee bit late to try to leave here. It's just after 5 o'clock now, so I figure there's no point in sitting in traffic on the 101. So instead I've just got some frozen yogurt. I'm going to sit here and eat that instead of sitting in a car. And probably leave here about 6, and I'm meeting up with Kenny then for dinner and Spiderman later on tonight. But it's still sort of raining here. I have a good bit of a walk back to the car, so hopefully I don't get soaked. Well, it's time to head back now. I'm just walking back to the car, and thankfully the sun's come out, so no more rain. It's quite nice around here. It's not the sort of place you come and just walk around or hang out, but it would be a nice place to live, although I'm sure the price of accommodation here reflect that. It's very quiet, and it's a big shopping mall, strip malls. There's no real centre to Thousand Oaks, but it's very quiet, and because it's so close to Los Angeles and you don't have all the hectic traffic and everything of LA, it would be a very nice place to live. Though I'm sure now once I go up onto the freeway, it's going to be heavy traffic all the way back. Can't believe that. All the way back on the 101 without even stopping once. A bit of slow traffic, but never stopped. Got all the way back in a lot less time than I expected to. This is one thing as well about rain in LA, or this time of year anyway, is the rain. I don't know if you can see it, but the rain actually makes your car dirty. It's just full of sand and stuff, and it sort of blows around up there. But any sort of light rain like that, as always, it just mucks up everything. Right, so quick change, and don't need a quick change now because I have a lot more time than I thought I would. So slow change, and then up to meet Kenny for dinner. Just back from dinner and cinema with Kenny. We went to see Spiderman. So the new Spider-Man reboot is actually a very good film. I can fault it. There's a few little things that annoy me about it, but it's not so much the plot or the acting or story or anything in the film. It's just an all-round good film. The only thing about it is that it's there's nothing new from the last set of films, especially the first one anyway. I mean, given the choice, now I haven't seen Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, the first one, in a long time, so maybe my memory of it's a wee bit sort of faded, and it may look a bit dated now if I watched it again, but I think I prefer that film. If those three films didn't exist and I was watching this now, I would think it's brilliant, a really good film, but it didn't add anything and there was nothing new, so it was a bit of a pointless reboot in my opinion. And then the little minor things, it's not really much of a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler at all, where at one point he throws a football and it hits a goalpost and it bends a goalpost, and the physics of that just don't work, and anyone with any sense would know that. So the writers should know that, and the filmmakers should know that. It's like a pointless thing. It just takes you out of the story, because you can suspend disbelief for things that don't exist in our universe, like Spider-Man and climbing walls and stuff like that. But things like things that do exist, like a football and a goalpost, people know how they react, and that's just one example of many. And there was that. There's like an accidental fight at the start where he's accidentally beating up people because he's strong, and you don't just accidentally beat up people. It's things like that just annoyed me about it. It could have done without things like that. But anyway, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to get up early just so I don't waste a day in bed now. It's sort of 2 days where I've slept in a wee bit just to recover from Comic-Con, but there's only Thursday, Friday and Saturday are the only 3 full days I've left now, so I don't want to waste them in bed. I want to get out and do some things, partially just for the sake of not wasting time, but so I have something interesting to put in the vlogs as well. But tomorrow evening it's going to be the first 2 Batman films, so from 6 o'clock I'm going to be back up in the Arclight again and watching Batman. But that's it for today.